Been quite a while since this bike's been on YouTube, but pretty much it's been sitting in a building way over there for quite a while, and up until about 2.5 months ago or so. Then I pulled the whole thing out and built the front half of the lift, which turned out excellent, and it's just a 6-inch lift, nothing super crazy, no 10-inch or 8-inch, none of that. Really, I think those are too big. Still has like a 3.5-inch body lift on top of all that, and this is probably the exact same size as my blue bike. I had the rear Cosmic plastics on it, but I put them back up, and then I realized I forgot to make a video and I wasn't going to get them back out. But oh well. Just the standard 250 big red rear end, shit ton of porosity whenever I tried to weld that mount on because I was lazy and didn't clean it. Don't really care. It's my stuff, not a customer's, so it doesn't really matter to me. Got the shock mount put up here. I will probably put a bar that goes from here to here just in case, because I'd hate for this paddle to get into my plastics, because I'll just take these that are sitting here. It's actually pretty darn close. It's only a couple inches away from the paddle, and if you step back and look at it, it leans that way, but 3/4 of that is the concrete pad. It also leans that way to help get water off. The other half is, or the other quarter is, I screwed up a little bit. That is like 3 or 4 degrees angled, and this rear end's like 2 degrees angled, so it's like a degree off, which isn't very much, but whenever you get the boxes on it, portal boxes, and you get all that, it adds up to about nearly 3/4 of an inch or something like that. But it's not that bad. It's just every set of rear plastics I have are horribly misshapen from sitting around, and it makes it look like it's 2 or 3 inches or more. The gray plastics make it look even worse. But anyway, did a 4.5-inch stretch, and did a crazy swing arm with a heavy-duty U-joint because I didn't want to use the stock one. I figured it would probably work, but I just didn't want to. The portal boxes ended up being like 3 3/4, almost 4 inches. Great big 10 by 12 inch paddle. Pretty much about the only thing that's left is to touch up a lot of stuff on the portal boxes and such. And then I think I got a motor sitting on my table that will work for this. I don't know if it'll start or not. I'm pretty sure that it will, while I'm waiting for the huge motor to get finished up, because I got a lot of stuff I gotta do to it still. And it's actually got like 20 inches of ground clearance exactly with this setup. Obviously 32.5-inch Mambas. I was gonna put some custom steel wheels on it, but I didn't really get to that because I just haven't got it done. But since I basically use these portal boxes as spacers at the same time, I've got plenty of room. I was wondering if I would have enough room, but I got tons of room on both sides, because my rims are only an inch wider than these, and I just got to make them the same offset as what these are, because they're both, it may not look like it, but they're both within like 1/2 an inch. And this whole thing's like 53 inches wide, which is super narrow for how huge this bike is. And I don't know, I can't wait to finally get to ride it after I've been building it for 3 years. That hopefully in about another month, if it doesn't get super cold, I can do that. And then probably there'll be one video, maybe driving around the yard or something, or going in a hole, and then after that won't see a single thing of it until I get done testing the portal boxes and finish it for real. That I think that they'll work out alright. I use some Yamaha parts, and I can, and I'm going to put factory disc brakes on it in the rear, which will be awesome. But other than that, that's pretty much all that's been going on with this thing. Lots of hours for no more than it really looks like, and I mean a ton of hours. Just the rear half of the swing arm and everything took about, it took about 60 hours to do all the boxes and the swing arm and the paddle and all that stuff. Because I just did I did this and that today, and the braces on the boxes. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. And I still have plans to put a rear rack on it, actually make a rear rack. And I'll probably try to make it pull up on the fender so it doesn't look like it actually leans, even though it really will, like a little bit. And I'll have my tiger tail mounted back up here on that. And I think I can get that to work out pretty good. And I'm still going to be using those dual cherry bombs that I welded baffles in them and some other stuff in them a long time ago, but I never got to try it because that motor that was a piece of shit and smoked like hell just died on me. It would never start up again. So, and it lost like 30 pounds of compression, so it went from like the 105 to 75, which is not really enough to run unless it's a Briggs & Stratton, because they don't care. Well, that's pretty much it. Hopefully it won't take me 3 more years to finish this thing, but maybe by summer I'll have this thing completely done. I'd sure like to.